So many people go and get past life regression done. They go and get past life regression done only for this, to find out what had happened and who was involved. But do we need to get a past life regression done? Do we need to get a past life regression done? No, we just need to understand, yes, there was a past, full stop. What was the past? What happened in the past? Who was I in the past? Who were you in the past? Never play with nature. Nature said past had to be forgotten. And that's why when a child is growing up, the child remembers everything. When the baby is born, the soul remembers everything. And so you will see a child in the cradle smiling, crying. The soul is still attached to their past family. And they're receiving all the vibrations from there. So they will suddenly start crying because their family is crying for them. So as they grow older, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, they start forgetting the past because present starts getting coded. That is law of nature. And it's meant to be that way, because what if the child had to remember their past? Very conflicting. And some children remember their past. And then if it's encouraged for them to talk about their past, they actually take their present families to their past family. They go there, they meet them, they even tell them, I had kept so much money in this trunk, I'm sure you didn't find it after I left, and they take it out and give it to them. Yes, it's very real, very real. How is it possible? Good memory power, na? Actually, every child remembers the past, and a lot of children, what they're saying, we don't understand what they're saying, because actually they're talking a lot about the past. But to be able to relate the past after the age of 4 and 5, where you're able to communicate the right way, that's a very small number. But there are so many people who remember the past. And those who don't remember and they go and get a past life regression done, what does the therapist do? Rewind, 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 rewind. Silence the present and just rewind. So you're just extending the memory power to go to that. And then they will take the soul into the womb, what had happened in the womb, and then past, and the soul immediately goes into the next one. It's very simple. Just sit in silence, silence the present mind and go past, and if you want to go there. But ideally there's no reason to go there. There's no need to go there. First is to understand that each of us is carrying a past. So from today, don't say, how can you be so insecure? How can you doubt me so much? How is over? Just say, I understand that there is a past. Full stop. And focus now on how we can heal this sanskar. Because when we question the sanskar, we're actually rubbing the wound. It's a wound, na? My past was a wound. And what happens because of lack of understanding of the present people, whether it's parents, whether it's siblings, whether it's friends, when we go to school, there's a lot of rubbing of wounds that happens in school. Because they will keep saying, how can you be like this? So that wound keeps getting rubbed like that. And that's why that emotion becomes even more and more complicated for that child. And that child can turn out to be 50 years old today and is still carrying that wound. So first, I understand. Done? Understand? So questioning over. Now we shift to the only normal emotion, and that is acceptance. Expectation also over. Expectation means I expect you to be a certain way. But if the parent will not understand why the child fears water, the parent will worry. So some of us fear water, some of us fear heights, some of us fear lifts, some of us fear going to hospitals. I know a lot of people, they are comfortable going to hospital. It is a trauma of a past where they were probably in a hospital in not the best of scenario, and probably the soul left in the hospital. And so the soul doesn't want to go to a hospital now. Acceptance means not questioning why you are that way, which means my mind becomes silent. Because when my mind becomes silent, then negative energy from me stops going to them. Healing starts.